Hello and welcome to Rock and Roll, where we are returning to normality after last weekend's break in action. Robert Madoi here, joined at the table by Philip Kiboijana and Alan Musoke. And I hope you're all prepped, guys.
We are very well prepped. My worry is the coach here who has been busy.
It's a tight time, but we're right.
Okay, well, this is what we've lined up for you.
Augustine Kasansula is warming up to the outside more than the inside. He tells us what influenced his change of heart. The Bamburi Rugby Super Series gets underway today with both Rwenzori and Victoria in action. We have a lowdown on the setup of the two Ugandan franchise sides. And Ndovu assistant coach Brian Makalama runs the rule over Kenya's franchise side in the Bamburi Rugby Super Series.
We start with the lad that caught the eye of many during the Protector Rugby Super Series. Augustine Kasansula wore his heart on the Crocs green sleeve in the past 4 weeks. He's been telling us that the outside center position is where his heart is.
We started in S2 in King's College, Budo. We noticed there was more of a future in rugby than in soccer. We were soccer players. And of course, there was that factor of the girls mainly getting back at bullies. That was our goal. That was our main goal. And eventually, we began to love the sport. My first club was G4S Pirates. But when we came to campus, we found Impis. And we just settled here. Power is, he knows how to encourage us as the players to believe in ourselves, and that has been our biggest problem in Impis. We've reached heights that we never imagined we could reach as individuals. He has encouraged us to talk to each other, to be there for each other, and he himself is there for us personally. So all in all, with him around, I see him is going very far. I started at fullback. As the years progressed, I moved to first center. And now I played, in the Super Series, I played outside center. My comfort zone, I would say, is first center. He believed that I could be able to open up our wingers as a 13, give them running space. And of course, I was tired. I was a bit tired of the traditional inside center hitting. So I wanted a change, so 13 was a better choice. This is actually my first trophy in rugby. So this Super Series actually holds a lot of weight in my rugby career. Most of us, this is our first Bamburi. We know what it feels like to win. As a team, we want to take each game as it comes. We do not want to think of the final before we play the first game. So we're just going to take each game as it comes.
Kasansula there. And Alan, he was a permanent fixture in your Crocs side throughout the Protector Rugby Super Series. And from his interview, he tells us that you led him to believe that the number 13 position is one, which would stand him in good stead.
Yes, I noticed that he's a very strong runner. And he had a challenge because he's been playing 12 all through the season. But during the practice sessions, he was turning out to be a very brilliant angle runner. And he also has the sense in that he has good hands, so he can always offload, create space and offload. So in Crocs, I used him as a stopgap for the first game, and he turned out all right. He seemed to click totally with Andrew Barasa. So that means I had a strong center pairing there. So I kept it going, and he stood up and he was there to be counted. He could have scored a few more tries, but he's going to grow into the number and going to be a good addition.
And you talked of creating space. I did notice that he created loads of space for the number 14, Michael Amolo. that did bode well for the team, didn't it?
Oh yes, it did, because he has the ability to power through tackles. He has the ability to run into space. And it's amazing how they see these things because the pressure is normally intense. And in the big games, he's a very, very decent tackler. So he doesn't let players through. By and large, his contribution to the team was immense. He is also a talker, and he can communicate well with teammates. So he has all the qualities to become a good player. And lucky for me, I've discovered him. So it's a blessing to Ugandan rugby in a sense.
Okay. And of course, Kasansula there, it turns out for Impis at club level. And they did welcome back Brian Power to their ranks. What do you think he brings to the table? Because he's okay, yes, a controversial figure, but he has a very good rugby brain, doesn't he?
Totally, controversy, of course, aside. I saw Brian Power during the Protector Super Series in Chadon, and I remember I was with Ramsey Olinga, and I walked up to him and I said, look, what's happening? And he says, I'm doing work with Impis. To me, that's the best thing I've had in a long time. I saw Power when he handled the Heathens team. He was part of the people that transition when the Brian Chikawas came in, Benon Chiza taking out the old, bringing the new. By the time that team was handed to Peter Magona, it was a neat team. I've seen him handle Impis in the past.
Yeah, he did.
And I think under his reign, they won one of the 7 series.
Yes.
Everyone was scared to meet Impis. So that is right now the best thing that has happened to Impis, and also quite a value add to rugby in Uganda.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, time for your Twitter questions that, of course, you've sent through using the rock and roll hashtag. And Alan, I should say we got a number of questions. People are asking if, first of all, if you've gotten the hang of coaching and whether you're going to stay there, you know, for the long haul, or it's just a fling and you'll disappear.
For now, I'm really enjoying my time. It is, I need to work around my schedule because I need to readjust a number of things in terms of work commitments, in terms of family commitments. But I am loving it, and then we are really, really going to push this. We're going to push it. I should say I'm going to take a few more badges, and I hope to be involved in the national team in one way or the other in about 2 or 3 years. But for now, I'm taking it a step at a time. I really want to see and bed in properly. I need to see, learn, listen to people. And particularly, I want to take on Fred Mudol as my mentor because he has been through a very, very tough time. He had a team that wins, and then he had 5 years of hell, and now he's getting it back to winning. That is the kind of mentality that you would want.
Okay. Well, let's sample another question here. And we have one from Jude Mugabe. He seems to think that the union needs to start fielding a university select team in the Bamburi Rugby Super Series, just like Kenya is doing. They are fielding a team called Chifaru, which it comprises only university students, doesn't it?
Yes, but of course, to answer Jude, that is going to happen. The advantage is we've just had a very successful inaugural Uganda Super Series. I mean, Bamburi started as a Super Series in Kenya and later evolved to Tanzania and Uganda, though Tanzania left. Now with Uganda, I know and I can say for a fact, they are planning next year for a regional team and a university side composed of all the universities taking part in their league. Now from this, it's very possible that going forward, you'll have these fielded into one of the Bamburi franchises in Uganda playing rugby with the Kenyan teams. But going forward, it's going to happen, and it's a very nice question he asked. It's an initiative the union is looking at.
Okay, interesting that. Let's take a break now. When we return, we'll have Brian Makalama for you, as well as some action from across the border.